Hello folks and welcome back to City Skylines. As always, of course, I'm Falcon, your host. And last time we started out the city, the first episode of the new series, and um, off camera I did some looking at it and realized, you know what, I made some serious mistakes. Mistakes that we're going to make an attempt to try and fix today. First and foremost, this road here should not be a two-lane road. This is like the primary road going back to all of this. It needs to be a bigger road than that. However, I have, by placing, where is it? Right here. I think this is the main problem right here. Having this medical clinic and then these two on the other side is gonna screw me because I can't upgrade this road with those two there. At least I can't upgrade that specific section of the road with those two there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove the medical clinic. The other stuff should be alright, but the medical clinic is going to have to be moved. Additionally, I just realized I probably need to come in here and turn down some of the city sounds. You know what, let's just turn everything down. Screw it. He's all too bloody loud. Yeah, that's probably a little better. We'll go with that for now. That's still ridiculously loud, but oh well. You also notice some new things on the screen. First and foremost, an FPS counter. This is actually running at 60 FPS before I turned on the recording. The second I turned on the recording, it dropped to 40. Well, where it is now. So this is definitely a result of the recording. Of course, I can't turn it off, turn it back on for you because obviously that's not going to work. But there's also this, and I have this primarily for when the city gets bigger. If I see things starting to have issues, then I will be able to, realize that there's a potential problem. Do something about it. There's also this screen, which provides most of the available, the brief details, very easily viewable and right there. And this can be customized to have additional things on here as I see fit. For example, I can tell I'm going to need to do something about electricity very briefly here. This is the control thing for that. There's also a new budget panel, so if I say I want to where is it? Say we want electricity and water. Create a custom panel, and there we go. We have the budget screen right on the outside here. So if, the electricity reaches a point that we have to do something about it, and I don't have money to actually build a new thing at the time, well, we can just raise the budget and get more electricity that way. Without actually having to go into the actual budget screen here and fiddle around and try and find the appropriate stuff. There's also some UI improvements. Under education here, provides more detailed information on uneducated, how many are educated, and what level they're educated at, the percentage of the total population overall. As well as, obviously it also pops up the education budget there as part of the budget budget UI mod. Same thing with all the other stuff. And if we come down, if I can bloody find it, here it is. Also we can look at specifically unemployment. See, there's 3% unemployment, so it doesn't really matter so much right now, but we can open this up and see exactly who is it that is unemployed. Let's see it. Well, we could see we have no educated people, but all of 97% of our uneducated are employed. So 3%, the 3% that are unemployed are from that section. But if we had highly educated, for example, all the way through college, and they didn't have jobs, this would let us see that specifically. Instead of just saying a general, oh, we have an unemployment, but that doesn't necessarily tell us anything, because we don't know what is exactly is unemployed. And I feel like there was another thing somewhere. Oh, we can't look at it right now because we don't have any, but there is a transport UI improvements as well. Or it should be, anyway. That one was said it had some issues with the newer versions of the game, so I'm hoping that it actually works. But I guess we'll find out. So the sound thing really doesn't seem to be working as far as I can tell. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh, maybe it's coming from something else. I don't bloody know. The point is, we have some improved stuff. Alright, so we need to get the stuff rolling here, but I need to change this road. I'm gonna have to move the clinic to do it. Other stuff can stay, but the clinic's gonna have to be moved. Unfortunately, it costs some money to move things, which is really annoying. I'm probably going to move it. I'll probably move it like right here. That way it's on the same side of the road as all the other stuff, and shouldn't have the same problem with it then as we're having with it right now. Put it right there, it'll provide better coverage. I think we're gonna do it right there. That pisses some people off because they had to be moved. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry, guys, but you've got to move because the city requires a better road there than we presently have available. There's that, and I also really need to change this from this intersection, or series of intersections, really, into a roundabout. So some of this other stuff down here is going to have to get moved or demolished or something. Because as it stands, it's no bueno. It's definitely no bueno as it stands. We're probably going to have to put some power here, aren't we? Because you're annoying. Fine. Do it. Because you'll start bitching as soon as you are finished construction that you don't have power. And the park could use power, so... Okay, so we're not doing bad, besides those roads that I need to change. This also probably needs to be changed. This road coming down here probably will need to be upgraded as well. Why are you... Oh, because you, you moved in before everything was built. Right. You're fine, though. Okay, so we've got to do something about electricity. It's going to have to be, unfortunately, it's going to have to be our #1 priority. Now, I think I'm going to go with... I just don't have the money for another coal power plant. So I think we're going to have to go with some wind turbines in order to solve at least part of this problem. Right here on the edge over here, it's probably a good place for them. It's out of the way of the city, and that'll at least give us some additional leeway as far as the energy goes. I'm going to have to wait a little bit now to build anything else because I really need to upgrade this road. I'm trying to decide what I should upgrade the road to. High traffic would be really nice. And this is probably realistically what I should upgrade it to. So I really don't want to. Have such a massive road coming down the middle here. So maybe we'll go with like a 4-lane road instead. But I really should probably do it. No, you know what? We're going to do the 6-lane. But first, I probably need to do something with this. I probably need to put a roundabout in instead. Now, their roundabout here is acceptable, but it's only really barely acceptable. It's really less than ideal. Unfortunately, some of these buildings are going to have to go, and we're going to have to pause the game, and I'm going to have to wait, actually, for more money to do all this. Might have to move you. Oh, yeah, we might have to move you. That might be a problem. Yeah, it's expensive. Crap. Well, this doesn't matter too much because I gotta do it. I'm gonna have to do it. Really don't want to, but don't know that I really have a lot of choice. Okay, let's move you down here into the industrial section so we can keep all of the nasty pollution stuff together. I have to make sure the electricity didn't just get cut. Damned iffy. In fact, I think it did. There we go. Yeah, I think it did. Because I think this was still being powered because of this. But I think in reality it was actually cut off. Okay, now we need to pause the game again, as I said, and we're gonna have to demolish some stuff around here and turn this into a roundabout. Also really probably need to move this pollution stuff somewhere else. Because I really don't want all this pollution right here next to the main part of the city. Yeah, look at this traffic. This has to, we've got to do something with this. Something serious has to be done here, so I need to... Excuse me while I just demolish everything in this entire vicinity. This is not something important. I don't know where I put stuff. No, okay, we're good. We're good. Just demolish everything back to like right there. Right here is where I'm going to put the roundabout. So, I've watched Zisto do some of this. Off camera. Or on his series. And what he did was he did 5 over. 180 degrees. Five over. 5 up. And 5 down. Then I think you use... Use the curved road? No, uniform road, maybe. I don't know how he does this. Oops. How he does this. Oh, this thing down here is also the new. I have an auto demolish mod that will automatically demolish burned and abandoned buildings. Crap. Ideally when I'm not doing it on accident. Screwing myself up here. What's going on here? Why are you... There we go. It's already occupied by what? Oh, by trucks? Yeah, there we go. Go away. Get you out of here. Okay, yeah, there we go. You go out 5 and then over. Out 5 and then over. And out 5 and then over. And it gives you a perfect circle. Which actually I want to upgrade to these. There we go. And now if we go in and delete that, voila! And it's ugly. Oh, you know what? The other thing that needs to be done, I actually just realized I did this wrong still, even still. This needs to be upgraded to 1 lane, 6 lane. 1 way, but 6 lane. Because 1 way works considerably better, trust me. Alright, so... What do we have here? We also really want to upgrade these to, they have 2-lane, 1-way off-ramps here. We don't want those. Those are nasty. They do not work very well. We really want to upgrade. Really want to upgrade all of these to, at least the on-ramps. That's the exit ramp. That's the exit ramp both ways. Okay. Oh. Yeah, not upgrade this. Because I already upgraded it? Probably. Yeah, I think I upgraded it already. It's weird. Just being weird, I think. Okay, now we do have a problem right now because there's very difficult traffic to deal with. Like, if we look at the traffic right now, it would look like a nightmare. Because we just screwed up all the traffic. Hella bad. Hella bad, trust me. Now, this is gonna screw up all these, but this is okay, because this messes up all the zoning, but that's alright. I'll tell you why it's alright. It's alright because in the long term, it's going to be a much better option. So we want this to come off. $90 from that. And link up there. Wow, that is ugly. Wow, that is ugly. Let's delete that. That just looks horrible. Oh, I don't have enough money again. Damn it. Okay, coming that way it'll, they don't need to, okay. And now we want, I think we want 6-lane, really, coming down here. It'll make this much louder, but this is like the main roadway through everything, so I think we almost have to do it this way. Are you shitting me? It's already off. Oh, man. God damn it, game. Oh, my life. You make my life so difficult sometimes. Alright, fine. We'll just go with it as it is. As terrible as it is. Terrible as that placement is, we'll just have to go with it as is. Is this both on-ramps? Yeah, okay. Let's not have these merge here. Back even further. Okay, there we go. It's not pretty, but it'll do the job. It's not pretty at all, but it will do the job for the most part. These are actually just off-ramps. So I apparently cannot build off-ramps. It's actually a problem. Okay, oh, that is nasty looking. But kinda screwed up at the very beginning, so I don't know if there's really too hell of a lot I can do but fix it at this point. We're just gonna have to kinda go with it. Not just created lights or something, did it? No. Okay. I just made lights, that would be nasty. Okay, we don't want traffic lights. Traffic lights bad. Traffic lights bad. We want no traffic lights on this. No traffic lights, please. Traffic lights. Traffic lights bad everywhere. Bad everywhere that there is traffic lights. I do not want any. Do not want any. No lights, please. There we go. Okay. Now, this road. Oh. This road. I might leave this road. I probably shouldn't. No, I guess I can. In fact, I should probably upgrade this road to a, this road should probably be a 6-way. Probably a 6-lane here. And here goes all of the stuff that was already built. Sucks, but not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it, though. Rid of the traffic lights, please. You have no idea how awesome this mod is, that you can just disable the traffic lights. Like, oh, traffic lights? Nope. Don't want none of that. Okay, that's gonna be so much better in the long term for us to have this set up this way. You don't even know. Yes, we just had to demolish half the city that was already built in order to do it. Which sucked. But in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be so much better that it's been done this way. That you can't even imagine how much better it's going to be. Once it all manages to stabilize itself up how we want it. Oh yeah, so much better. Oh, did I? Oh, I did. Still stuff moves in here again, we have a problem. Because this is not connected now. In fact, nothing is connected now because we just destroyed half the, all the connections. Okay, come on, need some money. Need a little bit of money. That was not enough money. Oh, there we go. And we have a new thing. It's fine because I don't presently want to do anything with it. Anyway, raise the water budget up to 100 now. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll jump that up to 100. That'll save us on that for now. We need to move some bunch of things. We need to move, once again, move the power plant, which is a ridiculous waste of money, but whatever. And I guess we have to move you too, which is a pain in the ass, but oh well. An easy thing to do, though. We just have to... Oh, we can't move you. Well, shit. Alright, well, we're gonna have to do that. Demolish that, demolish these. And we're just going to build... Oops. I'm gonna build... Oh, we might have to demolish back a little bit. Ow! Ah! Right there. What the hell are you doing? Why do you think I want to go that way? I don't want to go that way. You're just stupid. Okay, is that close enough for it to count as being on the road? Operating normally, so I'm gonna hope that that means yes. Watch this garbage truck right here. Is it a garbage truck? Yeah, it's a garbage truck. Pulls in and works. Okay, cool. Just had to make sure. Funny, I've actually messed it up now sufficiently that I could put stuff in front of it if I wanted, which would be a terrible idea. Don't do that, but I could if I wanted to mess everything up. I wanted to mess everything up worse than it's already been messed up anyway. Alright, so once again we have to move all of these things now, which is a pain in my ass. We gotta move you up there. Gotta move you up there next to it. Gotta move you up there as well. Gotta move the clinic up there. Now, finally, we can upgrade these roads. There we go. Now we finally solved our little road problem. It's only taken most of the episode to do it. Okay. Cool. Alright. Problem solved. Just took a little bit of doing. And wiping out half the damn city practically to do it. Had to blow up half the city just about to fix it, but we finally fixed it. Okay. So, that'll be much better for us in the long term. Yes, it took a lot of doing. Yes, it was a pain in the ass to do. But, trust me on this. Far better to do it now than to deal with the problems that it would cause later if we waited. Now, we can do bus depots already. Now, bus depots are going to be really important. I really want bus depots, trust me. Can we build... What did we even unlock? What did we unlock this time? Everly buildings, we unlocked buses. Is that it? And recycling and recreational use, apparently. Reduced crime rate, increased budget up, increased tourism, and increased tax income. Ah. Recreational use is actually pretty useful. I pretty much always end up using it. Also usually use recycling. Oh, we got cemetery too. We need to build a cemetery. Need to build a cemetery. Yeah, we got a long ways from being able to build any of these other things. So we need a cemetery. The cemetery can be placed... Oh, did I? Did. I don't want this zoned. Sorry, I lied. I don't want you zoned. I don't want these buildings here. Sorry. My fault. I forgot what I was doing. I'm just an idiot. Okay, what was I about to do? Alright. Need a cemetery. House is huge. Put it off the main road here? Maybe. Yeah, probably. We don't put it there. Put it just off the main road, perhaps. Right there. Section of the road that hasn't had anything done with it yet. They're actually happy about the cemetery. That's strange to me, but whatever. So we've got plenty of water. We've got plenty of landfill usage that we are going to have to do something about it in the long term. Fortunately, we can't build regular incinerators for quite a while, and the more advanced other options that we have are really expensive. Let's see. Now I think the way they have this set up, I think recycling centers work the same way as incinerators. They just don't produce pollution. Produce noise pollution instead. And they don't produce electricity. Rather, they use electricity. Quite a bit of electricity, in fact. But I think that's how that works. I believe that's how the recycling centers operate. Okay, this one's cheaper and considerably better. Clearly better than that one is. Large recycling center. That clearly... Yeah, it's clearly an upgrade of this one. Large advanced incinerator. So I think this is probably our best bet, actually. This one is not as balanced. Or is balanced to be better in every way than the other ones. And it's cheaper. So we're gonna go with that one. But we don't have the money for it anytime soon. Well, actually, I would have had the money if I had spent it instead of on that instead of doing some other stuff, but whatever. So we got that. We definitely need another police department and another fire department. Especially fire, because we have no coverage in fire down here. Don't have the money for it, though. We definitely want that. I also set up a zone here, a district. Now our district is going to be... Apparently we cannot move district things. So we're going to turn on recreational use. I'm going to turn on recycling. We can't do specific city planning and taxation stuff yet. But we're going to turn those two things on. Those will be useful in the long term. You can also look and see the total population in this area. Which, of course, is our total population, because all of our people live here. And how the buildings are zoned, how they're looking. All of this stuff is from the... educate more citizens to allow it to work. So they just need more education, basically. Upgrade. which is just a matter of time thing. Because they're working on it. Some more than others, but some of them are newer buildings, so that's all there is to that one. I need to check. We need to actually look at education real quick here. I need to make sure that we have coverage from the elementary schools. Yeah, we do. Okay. Good. We are using an upgraded elementary school. We're not using the basic. We're using the ABC elementary. It's twice as expensive, but twice as capable as the basic one in every way. There's another elementary school, but I don't really feel this one is that worth it. It's only slightly more, twice the upkeep, slightly more students than that one, and a good deal more expensive. But I don't really feel that one's worth it. And we do have the high schools, of course, universities, some other things. Oh, is this unpowered again? Damn it. Stop it. Stop it. We really need the zoning stuff that's been zoned here to move back in. Like, for real. Get your shit working there, guys. The industry is going up, but we've got does not need I guess it's just a landfill, so I guess you wouldn't need it. I was gonna say you must not need electricity, but alright, now that I've solved my initial little problems there, we're not doing quite so bad now. I'm going to save up money for a bus depot because buses are hugely valuable in the long term. Trust me on this, you want them. And then we probably need to build ourselves another park. But we'll do that another time. This park's really expensive, so I don't think I'm going to build one of those, actually. I don't know that you do anything. At park. Okay. Crystal pillars. Pretty sure these work as parks. Is the crystal pillars, will this fit in the middle here? Fortunately, it doesn't look like it will. These are much larger roundabouts required. What I've got already. Exception of this one. This one will fit. So let's put it there. Yeah. That works. Fills up our little tiny roundabout there. Unfortunately, it doesn't provide any actual bonuses to us. Doesn't actually do anything for us, but it's alright. There's a tiny little park. Oh. Oh no, it's not a tiny little park, it's a weird little park. Park that does weird things. Okay, so we want a park. I want a park that will do some stuff for us, because we have some rather unhappy individuals in our city. We need to get the, Get some of the happiness ratings here up some. Okay, if we put it... I think we can put it over here and be okay. Let's do that. Boom. That'll make everybody there happier. And with that, I think that's going to be the last thing I do this episode. We need to save up money for a bus depot. I need to put down another fire department and another police station. We're good there, we're good there. We need to handle some more electricity because we don't have a whole lot of electricity coming in. Definitely want the advanced wind turbines, I think, for that. We got a little bit of time before we have sufficient money to do that, though. And eventually, once we have the money, we really want to throw down one of these more advanced power plants. So these things are beast, particularly this one. This one's kind of broken, actually, but I'm going to use it anyway. I'm only going to build one of them, though, the entire game, because it's really broken. I mean, it's super expensive to build, but the upkeep is so low and the power output is so high, it's the best of all of these by far. Which is why I'm only going to build one of them. But it'll be a huge help in the beginning here, when we have less money and a little more difficulty doing things. But that's going to be it for this episode, though, folks. Thank you for watching. I, of course, have been Falcon, your host, and I will see you all next time. And this has been City Skylines. Bye-bye.